It's Friday morning, and here we are, Matthew 23:13 through 15, which starts a long section of woes to the Pharisees. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you shut the kingdom of heaven in people's faces. For you neither enter yourselves, nor allow those who would enter to go in. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you travel across sea and land to make a single proselyte. And when he becomes a proselyte, you make him twice as much a child of hell as yourselves. Well, that's cheerful, isn't it? I think we have to realize Jesus had harsh things to say to the Pharisees. Yes. And this is very harsh. But it also reflects some of Matthew's experience. Now, Matthew's the one who's taking the material about Jesus and putting this gospel together. And so Matthew's remembering, well, Jesus was very harsh with these Pharisees, and he's looking at his experience with the Pharisees since the resurrection, in the early years of the church. And so he's framing some things in ways that reflect some of that experience. Let's put it that way. So Jesus says, you make it difficult for those who would enter the kingdom of heaven, which is Matthew's always language for the kingdom of God. Those who would enter the kingdom are not allowed to because of you Pharisees, because you make it so difficult, because you put so many obstacles in people's way. And that's just not right. You travel far and wide to make a single convert, a single proselyte. But then when somebody becomes a proselyte, you turn them into one of you, a child of hell. So Jesus is very, very angrily condemning the Pharisees at this point. We don't see Jesus get that angry that much, but when he does, watch out. So he's saying these things. Now you couldn't really become a Jew, If you weren't born a Jew, too bad. You weren't part of the covenant people. You weren't one of the chosen ones if you weren't born into the clan. So a proselyte is somebody who wants to become a God-fearer. And they're mentioned in the Gospels in the New Testament now and then, God-fearers. People from outside of the Jewish ethnic group who nonetheless come and want to worship Israel's God and obey Israel's God and live according to the law, but they're still outsiders. So there's a boundary there. And yet, he says, you Pharisees, you'll go far and wide to find these people. Of course, when you find them, you turn them into one of you, and that's not a good thing. So here, Jesus is just slamming the Pharisees. Sometimes preachers get a hold of a text like this and decide that the thing to do is to slam the church, the traditional church or the Roman Catholic Church or some other version of the church that they don't like, which does no one in the church any good to be criticizing other forms of the faith and other flavors, varieties of the faith. That's just not going to do anybody any good. And I don't think that's what Jesus was doing. He wasn't just criticizing those who are a little different from me. He's really hitting the Pharisees hard, and he's going to continue that for the bulk of this particular chapter. And then he's going to have a few parables and things, and then he's going to be arrested. So this is all during Holy Week. This is like Tuesday or Wednesday. This is right before he's arrested and crucified. So keep that in mind too. Things are coming to a head, and he's not afraid to let that happen and to push that a little bit. So let's keep all that in mind. Have a great day, and we will see you on Saturday.